So in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1, and it's a little bit slow now, but it's getting there. It's getting there. Okay. That's it. We're now live. So welcome back again, everyone. We are the second part of the second day of the Congress in Athens, a Congress dedicated to sharing educational resources with gamification. Now, we were sharing many resources yesterday, and we shared some resources this morning as well. Very soon, in a few minutes, we're going to be giving awards for different teachers that shared a resource that was very special for people that nominated them. And we've had many emails from people that were saying, I really don't know who to nominate because I will nominate everyone, because every single presentation that I was involved with or I watched, and I really liked. And this is good. At the end of the day, we just want to give a few prizes. So please, if you are not if you don't receive an award, this does not mean that your presentation was not good. It was just that for whatever reason, nobody nominated you. So that's okay. And before we go on to that, because there's still some coordinators that are doing, the nominations and everything, I'm gonna share a little bit of what is gonna happen next. And what I mean next is not just at the end of this second part of this Congress. I mean next with this set of different congresses that we have organized, okay? So that gives time for the coordinators to make sure that the file is in order and everything. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this. Let's make it simple. I'm just going to share something that you have all access to, and that is the website. And that way, because at the end of the day, all the information is there, and anyone can see. So let me just connect and share the screen. And this is it. Now you should see what you have probably seen. That is the website where all the information is there. I know that many of you have many questions. We, from all the teams, we get lots of questions in the social media. We get questions by email that are asking information that is already published in the website. And I understand that it's easier to ask a question than to find the information, but I'm just asking, please browse the website a little bit before you send us an email with a question. And please do send us the email with a question whenever you feel you need some information that you cannot find in the website. And I say via email, ideally, because if you do that in the social networks, maybe they don't get to the right person as fast, okay? So it's always easy by email. And if you are watching this, if you are listening to me now, that means that you have a contact email in EduPlat, at least one. Use it. Use that one from any of the different country teams, okay? So again, if you registered from Portugal, then you should have an email when you register in the Portuguese website. Same in Greece, same in Italy, same in Spain. Or if you register from abroad and you speak Chinese as a mother tongue, you might have registered in any of these other languages or in English, and then you also have an email address. So obviously you have a lot of information about what the project is about. Remember that the platform itself right now only exists through the different social media channels. That is, many people are saying, oh, where do I publish my educational resource? The best answer is going to be always publish in your social media channels, whatever channels that you have. Tag us, and then we will try to help you in the dissemination of your social media. Our mission, in your educational resource, our mission is to help teachers that are sharing resources get more teachers to know them and connect with them. And we do that through this Congress and the others, but also through the social media. We want to help you. So just, publish it, and then we will try to encourage people to read your publications. Obviously, one of the main things that we're doing, especially this year, is these congresses. And this, you have all the information about what we're doing, why we're doing it, and very, very important, when we're doing it. So right now we are at this top one, educational resources and innovative practices for gamification. And this is happening right now. It's gonna finish in about 90 minutes. And after that, we have obviously a gap of time that we need to do lots of work, especially to prepare for the next Congress. The next Congress is called Prototyping the Transfer of Educational Resources and Innovative Teaching Practices. And many of you have wondered, what is this about? Okay. By now, many people realize that, yes, this Congress is in Italy, but if you cannot, if you don't have time, or you don't have the resources to go to Italy, and you are not nominated to represent, we have grants for 2 teachers from Portugal, from Greece, and from Spain to go to Italy. Obviously, we have many possibilities for Italians who are already in Italy to go there. And then what you're doing is you can also connect online, as many as you are doing in this Congress. Now, in that Congress in Italy, it's going to be very different to the Congress we have in Portugal, and it's going to be very different to the Congress we had here in Athens. The idea is that we're going to share the prototype. We're going to share ways in which we can help teachers that are already sharing resources create the resources and transmit them in a way that can be more easily used by other teachers. And that's the key. Okay, we are going to be working on providing some ready templates that you may use or not, but we're also going to be working on the templates that some of these educational platforms that are available, that Marius and Ioannis, for example, in the very last presentation presented, these platforms, they have already templates that teachers can use. Obviously, teachers that are not using already that platform might not even get to know that there is, say, for example, Genially. And Genially is not just a platform where teachers can develop their educational resources, especially that are interactive, and also gamification and etc. It's also a way where teachers can find the educational resources that other teachers have produced exactly only in that platform. And this is what we are going to be trying to help. We're going to be trying to help teachers that maybe they're not very, very familiar with certain platforms, and to gather information about the different templates that can be used and tricks that they can use to use the educational resources in different platforms, especially if they don't have experience, and or they don't have a premium account, and or they don't have a limited amount of time, which is something that happens to most teachers. That is, we don't have as much time. So this is what this Congress is going to be about mainly. Now, in this Congress, the number of participants from every country is going to be the same. We have grants for 2 teachers to go there. And obviously, teachers that are in Italy, as I said, they have a more easy access. We are going to invite many, many people to connect online, but bear in mind that is a way of you to be engaged into not just the sharing of resources, but the sharing of the templates, the sharing of the possibilities with these different platforms. We are going to be talking about these other different platforms. Okay, I see that Tere has a raised hand. If you have a question, please do interrupt me, raising your hand, and then I'll do what I'm just doing now. I'll ask Tere, please connect your video as you've just done, and even your microphone, and just say the question.
Hola, buenos días.
Buenos días. Good morning.
Mira, es que me salta una invitación de Skype, me conecto a Skype y hay una persona, entiendo que Paloma, expositora, que no sabe qué hacer, está sola en Skype, en el canal
Oh,
está.
okay. Yeah, no
Maneja
problem.
inglés igual que yo.
That is okay. Thank you very much, Teresa. What Teresa is saying is that someone went to the language channels. Okay, so I'm going to ask, please, all the coordinators, if you could just log in your language channels, just in case there was someone lost, as Teresa is saying. And Terry, I'm going to ask you, since you are in that language channel now already, if you can copy and paste these websites. In this website, which they received when they produced this, they have the link where they can connect. Okay, this one. Basically, just tell them go to the Zoom if they have access to the Zoom. But if they don't have access to the Zoom because they know speakers and they didn't upgrade to premium, they can watch us on YouTube. Okay, this is where we all are. We're all together now. We're not in the language channel. So thank you, Tere, for your comment. So back to what we are doing. Remember the Congress in Italy, going back, sorry, will be about that. And now, after the Congress in Italy, obviously, we're going to have one more Congress as we planned. This is going to be in Spain in May. Now, the main purpose of the Congress is to be amplifying everything that is being done in the past previous Congresses. We are going to be talking about resources that have been used and tested. We're going to be talking about different selection of resources. We might have the opportunity for many of you. We know that many of you have tried to present your educational resource in Portugal, but others in Greece, and others couldn't do it either because they didn't sign in on time, or maybe because their educational resources was not about helping language teachers, and that was where we concentrated in Portugal, or they had nothing to do with gamification or the use of games in learning. And this is obviously, they were not selected to be present in this Congress. There will be opportunities to present many, many more educational resources. I cannot guarantee that everyone is going to have the opportunity. So if anyone is interested in sharing an educational resource, remember, all you have to do is contact the email that you receive when you sign in, when you register in any of the Congresses, and say, whoever you are talking to, if you have a name or the team that you're talking to, please, I would like to present this educational resource. Give them a name, give them just maybe a line of information, but more important, give them a link to a page, maybe a post in your any of your social media where you have published something to do with that educational resource, so they can see a little bit more, and they will reply that email to say, yes, this educational resource is great. I think we can publish in this occasion, or at the moment we don't have an opportunity to fit your educational resource. I think it will be probably the earlier answer, the affirmative, the one that teachers like to receive. But you know, it is true that we cannot publish or help in the publication of all the educational resources that we would like to. But there will be more congresses that are not published here in the future. That's for sure. Okay. Now, so having said this, I think now is going to be time to share not this page that you can all have access to, but not this one. Okay, so oopsie, sorry. Okay, so now I'm going to be sharing here. Okay, I'm going to do this like very last like a minute. So now these are the list of people. I hope I managed to get them all in there. Some of them are repeated because they presented more than once. Okay, this is the list of people that presented, and the list of people that have chances of being nominated, and obviously chances of having an award. If you presented and your name is not on that list, obviously, please let us know. You can do that right now, because obviously, we might not have considered you. I doubt it, but it's possible. We all make mistakes, so make sure that you let us know. 1 second. Okay, yes. Now I'm just moving this away. Okay, so again, the opportunities for nominations are going to have to close now, because obviously we are closing up some of the certificates. Now, different certificates are going to be presented by different people, different coordinators. So I'm actually not right now about to access this presentation on a different screen, because otherwise I'll be presenting the whatever is going to come next. So remember, presenters, try to give a little bit of suspense. Let's not give out the who's getting the award very quickly, but rather give them an idea why this person is receiving this award. So that way, people have to think about, oh yeah, which resource had this, which resource had this idea that I really, really like as well. And this, and at the end of the day, is making all of us reflect on the many things that we shared during this Congress. Because this activity right now is a little bit about that. It's a little bit about all of us to know, to think, to reflect on the things that we managed to share. Okay, I'm going to give the first certificate. I'm going to award a certificate for someone that was nominated for sharing resources that generate emotions and connect with students during this Congress. You all did, but this person, especially, he is a he, and he actually had even a specific technique to get to know more his students before he planned these fantastic gamification activities. What he did is he used empathy. He used the empathy map that we can actually make us reflect on what our students are seeing from their point of view, what the students are thinking, what the students are hearing, what the students are feeling, what the students' emotions are. And this is very, very, very important for all of us teachers, but it's specifically important for teachers that are using gamification. And what was that? Because a teacher that is using gamification has to connect with the fun of the students, has to connect with the idea that the students are getting more motivated when they're using this activity. He even mentioned in his presentation the idea of using a gamification in the very similar way as authors that are publishing books or filmmakers produce their films, in the sense that in the film we might have a hero, we certainly have emotions. We have emotions that go up and down, and we can recreate these emotions in the narrative of our gamification. And when we do that, more magic happens. More students really connect. Gamification is not just about getting points or about only a game. Gamification is about getting the students to navigate through the experience that they feel that they are learning, at the same time as they're working. As Daniela put it, they are working without realizing that they are actually working. I think it was Daniela in her presentation this morning that did that. Anyway, this award is being given to Tomas Garcia. Well done. Round of applause, maybe silent, maybe with noise, whatever you prefer. And so if the person that is being given the award is there and wants to share a few words, you're more than welcome. If the person is not there, or he or she, in this case, he doesn't want to share anything, is fine as well. So Danielle, Danielle, I mean, Tomas, I know that you're there. So pick up your microphone if you want to say a few words, just to comment maybe on your educational resource or anything you want.
Well, thank you very much for this award, okay, and thank you very much for letting me in this congress, okay. And well, that's the thing, no, to share ideas, to share some resources, and well, it's like I'm very happy to give a little bit contribution for the education community. And thank you very much for all the participants here, because, well, I learned from you too. So thank you very much.
Okay, very, very, very welcome, Tomas. Thank you for participating. Thank you for sharing resources. At the end of the day, it's very, very important to know that teachers are very, very busy people. We all are. Teachers that are sharing resources are also very busy, because they are not just doing resources for their own class, but they are doing it also for other class. One of the missions in EduPlat, in the whole project, is we want to praise teachers that are doing that. And we certainly want to encourage more teachers to do the same. And this is one way to do that. And thank you, Thomas, for reaching us, reaching here, reaching so many teachers. We hope that you continue doing that, even more motivated than you were before, if that's possible. And we're looking forward to seeing more of your resources, possibly in the social media or another Congress. Okay, thank you. Now, the next resource is being nominated, I believe, by the Greek team. So I would like Ioannis or Marius to pick up the microphone and give a few details about who is going to be next. Thank you.
Hello. So I will keep some. I will give some information without like telling the exact name. So we will give some hints. Our speaker yesterday that said our teacher that said the education resource, it was in the field, in a field that is really important, like all others. It was closer to geography. She has she's a new teacher, very motivated and aspired to contribute to the educational community in her area, and keeping up a little bit the suspense. We had three women presenting, nominated, but the first award goes to Mrs. Augustina Davri. Congratulations. It was our honor and pleasure to have her with physical presence presenting here in Greece, in Athens, along with almost 40, more than 40 people that participated and attended our event. It's thank you so much, and we're really looking forward to cooperate again with Abu.
Thank you, Marius. Okay, the next award is being given by the well, it's a member of the team in Portugal. So, Alessandra, if you would like to introduce a little bit more about why this person has been nominated.
Okay, so this person has been nominated because shared important resources that help transform the classroom into a fun place and transform the learning as a fun activity, which I think is one of the most important things for our students, is learning and having pleasure in what they are doing. And when we can combine these two things, I think that we have the perfect solution for our mission, which is to help our students learn. So this award is presented to Mr. Carlos Lindad, who managed to present his resource in the English channel.
Sorry, guys, there's a little problem with the there's been like a big mix here. I have it ready, and someone changed it. Please, guys, don't move the words around, because otherwise this happens. I have it ready.
Well, I don't know if it's only with my connection or if Alvaro is having problems.
I think we had a case of a bad connection here. I think we lost.
Okay, Carlos, if you want to say some words about your resource.
I'm very honored. Thank you so much for having me. And I have so many more resources to share. And as I said yesterday, I'm heavily involved in teacher training, and in my particular context, training future teachers of English as a foreign language. And I'm always striving and pushing them to try educational resources, to gamify, to flip the classroom. So it would be a pleasure to collaborate again with the Portuguese team and share more educational resources and share more ideas within this context. It's very, very inspiring to be surrounded by teachers that are so passionate about what they do, and it's fascinating. So it's an honor to be here. It was a pleasure yesterday to share an hour with Margarita, with Tomás. We brainstormed a lot of ideas, although our panel wasn't very, very large, wasn't very big, but I think it was very, very interesting what we shared. We had 3 very different perspectives of educational resources, of flipping, of gamifying, and it was very interesting. So thank you again, and congratulations on everything you've accomplished so far. I can only imagine what's coming next.
Thank you very much, Carlos, for collaborating with us and being so active in our Congress. And I'm sure that in the future we will work together in other projects. So thank you very much. Since Alvaro is not here, so I will try to move on with our Congress, and I'm going to ask the team, the Greek team, to present the next teacher that has been selected from their team, and to share the reasons that were given to give this award to this teacher. Okay.
Okay, lovely. So from the Greek side, we have our next nominated person. We will start again with a small hint. He's a male, so we start with that. I will try to also, when I will say the name, to share also the screen as it was before, so we can also see his prize and his award. So our teacher had presented yesterday in our, mainly in the national channel in Greek. He spoke about he shared an educational resource that we trust that it's quite an issue, and quite a topic that is uprising, and we're gonna need to develop a lot of things around that. And this is the cross cultural education. So he shared his experience and his tools with us, and so without wanting to go and give you more in suspense, I'm going to share the screen, and also here so we have Stefanos Eloglu, physical presence also. We thank him for being with us, sharing his content also with the Greek participants. We had like a very vibrant and talkative channel, and we really thank him, and we're really looking forward to have him in the coming conferences in this project, and also to establish a long collaboration with him.
Yes. So I don't know if the teacher is here and wants to say some words about this recognition.
We had Stefanos yesterday. I think he goes on and off online today. So I trust that we could pass to the next nomination. And if you need any help with sharing the screen and stuff like that, of course, we have access to that. So if you need sharing,
okay.
we can
probably
assist you on
just
that.
have to change here the order, because I got a little bit confused with this. So I believe that I talked to Alvaro, and he's having some technical problems, and he told me that he was going to join as soon as possible, but they had a power cut where he is staying, so but he's doing his best to reconnect and be with us in a couple of minutes. Okay, I think that probably the Italian team could present the next teacher, that Filippo. I don't know if you want to, yes, you're here. So I believe that one of the teachers that belongs to the Italian team also presented some amazing resources, and therefore was recognized by the other teachers that attended the presentation. Okay, so Philippus.
I don't have the access to the slides, but I would start with Agnese Makoko, which was a surprising teacher that gave us a great presentation of great tools, and we believe that. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I'm sorry. There is a huge delay. And I would say that Agnese gave us the right example of inspirational teaching. That's why we were awarded her with this certificate. I don't know if Agnese wants to say something.
Yeah, just thank you to allow me to participate at this Congress and share with you some of my resources.
Okay, congratulations, Agnese.
Thank you, Agnese, for sharing your resources. We had the pleasure of listening to what you do with your students, working vocabulary with them. this morning. So thank you for sharing that. The next award goes to a teacher from the Portuguese team who was in Athens and presented some very interesting resources that help to develop curiosity in the students. Sophia. Okay, Sophia Miranda presented, I don't know, the recording, something happened here.
It's okay, this is just me coming back live. Apologies for the, I had a serious technical problem, no electricity. And as you know, computers and internet and everything goes down when there is disruptions in the connections. I work in the countryside, in an area of one of these areas in Spain that is being depopulated, that there are so few people that there are also sometimes few resources, and every so often, funny enough, we have plenty of resources to produce electricity. We have windmills here, but because of them we get disconnected from the whole electricity grid for a few seconds. It was only for a few seconds, but because I have so many windows and these it didn't want to work. Yeah, so I guess now you can see me. You may continue just with the presentation as you were doing. I'm just checking that the people, I guess the people that are, it's been transmitted the whole time, has no stop. So you guys managed to continue without me. Well done. And the people that were watching us in the broadcast, they also managed to continue well. So it's just I was absent from the connection. So continue, because I don't know where you're up to right now, and I'll catch up.
Yes, okay. I was just presenting the award that has been given to teacher Sophia Miranda for sharing educational resources that engage students in exploring new gaming adventures, with working with a specific program, but that enables students to try to start coding and work different subjects in this game, which was the Minecraft, using Minecraft in classes. She teaches primary students, school students, but they really get engaged in the activities that she asks the students to do using this game. And I think that it was a very inspiring presentation. So Sophia is not here at the moment, but I think that she will be very pleased with this award. So
okay,
if you want to move on.
Yes, yeah. Okay, so I guess in the if you are presenting, that's okay. Continue as in showing your screen. I think that's what you're doing. So the next person is being nominated by the Greek team. In fact, he's a member of the Greek team. So maybe Ioannis, you want to present the next person.
Next teacher is Marios Nomikos. It's a perfect teacher with a colleague with my organization.
Yeah, I'll take it from here to just to thank everyone for having me. I want to thank all the ELD team that have been collaborating for many years. So it's always for me a pleasure to come present anytime that we have an educational project, to be with the team, also to on the same time be with the people here, help them with the organization and everything. Since I always like to be present in projects that we get interdisciplinary approach from people from many scientific backgrounds, a lot of experience from many different countries, but we all have one thing in common: we try our best in what we do. We are giving our best self, and we are trying to produce the biggest impact for the people that we work with and we work for, and this is our end users or students or whatever we want to call them and address them. So I always say thank to the participants, to our consortium partners, to Yanis, to Mary, to ELD team. Thank you so much. I will be glad to see you all in the coming conferences if the team will choose me to travel.
Okay, thank you, Marios. Thank you, Ioannis. Okay, the next person that has been nominated is from Spain. So I'm going to be introducing. Now, I have to say that I received the nomination, but I didn't have the chance to watch this presentation of hers yet. And I'm saying yet because this she presented at that time of the nomination in the Spanish channel, and then I didn't get to. I was at that time in the English channel, so I couldn't be in both times. But I will be able to see the exact resource that the person that nominated her was mentioning. Now, amongst many things, this resource is used by teachers, and if they use it the way that this teacher was suggesting, it will really generate critical thinking in their students. And this, as we know, is very, very important. Students don't learn from hearing us teachers. Students learn from what they are thinking, from what they are reflecting of what the experience is about. They might be hearing like interesting information, but it goes from one ear out to the other one and then eventually doesn't stay in. Okay. Now, Alexandra, I only see, I don't know if you guys can see Alexandra's, I see only white, but maybe it's because of the problems I have with the connection. Can you guys see the certificates that we are, no? Okay, so maybe if Alexandra, you can, okay, many people are saying no. So if it's, I mean, yeah, you just stop sharing and then start sharing again, and then it will work all right. This is what I had to do with all the different programs that crashed when my computer crashed after not having the connection. Okay, so you're now showing, I can now see just one before that, one after. Yes, the award is for Sandra Garcia. Well done, Sandra. Congratulations. Sandra, see, if you're there, please connect if you're there and you want to say something. Now, I know that they were having also some problems connecting in one of the venues in Greece, okay? So Sandra is saying, thank you for the prize. I'm very excited. We have some problems with connections to speak, yeah? So she can hear, but she, you know, the connection is not good at this moment. It happens, you know, it happens sometimes. It looks like in one of the sites in Athens, because we have now two different sites, they having little problems in the connection. So anyway, congratulations.
No, I don't think that's a problem, Alvaro. Probably Sandra is in another channel.
No, she's here. She just thank you, but she's actually here. Okay. She just texted in the chat, so she can hear us as we speak. It's just that she's not in the she's having problems with the connection. Okay, we see her connected, but we don't see her and we cannot hear her. But Eduardo is having the same problems, and they are both with the same connection, probably even the same computer. But that's okay. We understand computer problems. We understand connection problems. Good that you can actually hear, and I can see that you're hearing because you are replying, you're giving feedback of what we're saying. Excellent. Now, the next person nominated, I think Alexandra is a good person to introduce her. Although I have to say, I did manage to see that presentation that she did. I'm already giving a little bit of hint. She's a female teacher, and it was fantastic. So I'm very, very happy that she was also nominated. Go ahead, Alessandra.
Yes, thank you, Alvaro. Well, the teacher that has been nominated shared a resource which apparently is very simple, but I think that is very useful for students to help them develop their abstract thinking. It's also a resource that can be used by any teacher, and that can be adapted to the level of students that we have, to the difficulties that our students have, and to the different levels we teach. It has to do with maths, and it was a resource presented by Daniela Pereira, Maths Bingo, congratulations to Daniela. I think that she's having also some technical problems like Sophia, and that's why she didn't manage to connect now. I don't know what happened, but I believe that she is she's very happy with this award. And thank you, Daniela, for sharing your resource, your game that helps students develop their abstract thinking in a fun way, transforms something that is usually seen as boring, maths, and sorry to the maths teacher, but usually that's what students say. Oh, maths, I'm not good at maths. I think that with this resource, students will have a different opinion about learning maths.
Okay, thank you, Alessandra. Muito obrigado, and certainly muito obrigado to Daniela for sharing these fantastic resources. And maths is true; it can be quite tough. Yeah, it can be quite intense, but it's really good. It's a very good subject to teach thanks to the gamification, because it's relatively easy to incorporate gamification in maths, and obviously very, very, very important, as Daniela showed us. Now, I believe Daniela is actually hearing us now. Daniela, Sofia, Simona, Cristina, Sandra, and Eduardo, they all in the other side in Athens, and they might have one of these problems. You know, in internet, you have two types of connections. You have a connection of data that you send up and data that you download. And sometimes one of the two channels does not work very, very well. So they might be able to hear us very well, so receive our data, but not send data. And this happens also in the classroom. Sometimes students can hear us, but they cannot reply. Sometimes they can reply, they can talk a lot, but they either don't hear us, or they don't want to hear us, or they're not connected with us in a proper way. And I wanted to use this metaphor of what the technical problems that some of the speakers are having about it. Yeah, someone is saying that's right. So yeah, two ways. Yeah, in any communication, it has to be two ways. Anyway, so the next word, I think either Ioannis or Marius are best to present. So I let them pick up the microphone and present.
Great. So from the Greek team, we have, again, I'm just going to give some hints without giving the name. So we had a female participant that presented, one of the first ones, if I'm not mistaken, and if I remember correctly from the from yesterday. She spoke about gamification applications and techniques in quite a difficult area of a difficult subject to teach into young students, and this was physics. You know, for which individual I'm talking, she made an excellent presentation. We thank her so much. And this is Konstantina Kuchara, our colleague. She's really an amazing colleague of ours. We really thank her. She was trying to connect. We're gonna hand her over the prize, and we are really excited that she came here with physical presence, and she shared her educational resource with everyone.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Ευχαριστώ, Konstantina, for sharing the resource. Ευχαριστώ, Marius, for presenting her. And just one little thing, Alexander, I think in the technical problem, maybe if you refresh your page, you will have the updated. I think maybe you are using a slightly old version of the same file, maybe a few minutes, and because we changed it a lot, your computer is not so happy. Maybe you want to stop sharing now a little bit and then share again in a few seconds. Yeah. In any case, so while Alexandra is sorting out the file, the next person presenting, oopsie, no, yeah, that's it, still the same, yeah, after Konstantina. Okay, I think Filippo, if you're there and you can grab the microphone, you are the best person to present the next award, because this teacher is from closer to where you are.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you put the slide,
yes,
please, Alvaro?
Sorry?
Can you put the slide of the teacher, please?
Oh, yeah, the picture normally we show it after you giving a bit of introduction
because
about this teacher, yeah.
Okay, we would like to award Miss Evelyn Mari with this award because during his speech, which was really amazing, she gave us example of an inspirational teacher which tried to really get the best out of her students, tried to making them develop really fundamental skills. And with their videos and her tools and her resources, we really believe that she was really great in presenting her results. So congratulations, Evelyn. If you want to tell us something.
Thank you so much. So happy. Thank you. I'm really happy that you enjoyed the presentation and that you actually understood, what I was trying to communicate, the way that I actually teach, and the effort, the dedication, the passion that I try to put in my work every day. Thank you. I really appreciate the prize. Thank you.
So thank you very much, Filippo. Thank you, Evelyn. Grazie mille, both of you, for sharing the resource and eventually managed to get through the nominations. I know that you guys have been busy over there. I didn't manage to see Evelyn's presentation when she was presenting in the Italian channel. I just popped in at one point in the Italian channel very quickly, but obviously I will be able to do that because remember, all these presentations are being recorded. So the way that you can retrieve these presentations, remember for all of you, is if it's a presentation that will happen in the main channel, just go on the YouTube channel, the same way as many of you have. All the videos will be stored there, hopefully forever. And if you are interested in any presentation in the language channels, and it makes sense because maybe you were in just one language channel because you wanted to be in that channel, but you also wanted to be in another one. For example, I want to check Evelyn's presentation. All that you do is you enter the Italian channel through the Skype, and then all these videos will be there for 30 days. Now 29 days because one day has already passed after yesterday, obviously. Yeah. Anyway, so continuing with this presentation, before we move on to the next person, I have to say that this teacher is one of the teachers that is having problems connecting, but no full problems. We've been confirmed that they can hear us very, very well. They can actually see us very, very well. The 6 of them in this other site in Greece. So this teacher presented yesterday. Well, he already, I've said that he, so then I guess everyone is going to know. He presented an educational resource that manages to take us away from this world, the physical world, into another world that he and many other people are giving a specific name. When you enter this world, as he described, basically you can navigate through through rooms. If it's a classroom that you have designed, you can go into the another version of your own school, or a version of a school that doesn't exist but you have just created, and you can make up classrooms, you can make up different sceneries. You can obviously link all of these places using hyperlinks to any of the resources that you might be using, videos, audios, interactive activities with any of the other platforms, you name it. He called it the metaverse. See you in the metaverse, because if you see him in the metaverse, he or you, if you are using his resource, you will be God. You will be the God Almighty that can talk in all the rooms at the same time, that can grab a student and say, you know, you've been naughty in this room that I created, and because I created it, now I can change you to another room, or I can expel you from this world I've created more easily that we teachers can often expel students from a classroom that we know that we send them out, they're going to create a big mess, or we have to send it to the director of studies, who is probably not going to be happy to see this student that has not been behaved. So you guys have, if you were in this presentation, you probably know that I'm talking about Eduardo Rubio. Congratulations. Well done for presenting this fantastic resource. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias, Eduardo. Okay. And then
thank you so much. Sorry about the connection. I don't know if you listen to me.
We can listen to you now. Yes, we can hear you very well.
So thank you so much. The connection is horrible, but we are here, Sandra and I.
Yes, thank you so much. We are so excited about the prize.
Thank you so much.
thank you both.
You listen to our voices?
We can hear to your voices now. We can hear to your voices now.
Okay.
Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you
anyway,
so much.
The next teacher to receive an award, I think, is best introduced by either Ioannis or Marius again.
Yes, so up to us just to start again with the same way, giving some hints. So it was she, so we give the first hint. She had the opportunity to present her educational resource in the Greek channel. She spoke about another interesting thing, which comes close to the previous nominee, about the gamification application and techniques into the IT and section and course. So she shared her experience, licensed from, she's a licensed teacher from the ministry, and she received a very positive feedback and a lot of questions here from the physical participant. It was again an honor to have her here participating and presenting to everyone. I'm talking about Christina Christantakis. Yes, lovely. We thank her so much for spending her weekend with us, with this amazing team of colleagues from mainly from the Mediterranean area of Europe, but we had a lot of participants from other places from the EU. So thank you. We thank her so much, and we're really looking forward to see her online or with physical presence in the coming conferences to come. So thank you again so much.
Thank you, Evgaristo, Marius, Evgaristo, Christina, which is easy to pronounce, Chrisantaki. I think I copy maybe well, for sharing the resource that I didn't manage to follow. A, because it was in a different channel, and B, because my Greek is very limited. But remember that thanks to technology, we're going to be able to get the translation running very quickly. We are innovating into this respect, and we're going to be translating more and more the resources more quickly, more easily, because at the end of the day, the whole point of connecting not just teachers within one country, one language, but connecting many teachers who teach in different languages. They don't just teach languages, they teach other subjects, but in different languages. It's even more powerful. Globalization has reached a long time ago many aspects in culture. It has certainly reached education, but not as deeply as it can be. And we at EduPlat, we certainly want to improve that and help teachers connect with other teachers that are very far away, and also teachers that maybe don't speak a common language. Right now, you know, it's not the case that many teachers can communicate, have centers, resources, but we couldn't feed them in a language channel because of the limitations with the language. But hopefully in the future, we will get better to that. Now, I'm having a little bit of issues with my connection yet. Before I forget, before it gets disconnected completely, the next person will be best introduced by Filippo. So Filippo, please. I guess you can hear me, yes?
Yeah.
So my connection is not too bad.
Thank you, Alvaro.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I would say it's an honor to award Mr. Ivan Graziani, which is a right example of a teacher with experience, and he showed his educational resource, and we really thought that his educational resources can really engage students with interest and passion. Really good teacher with really such great experience and important skills to transfer to his students. So congratulations, Ivan.
Thank you very much. It was a great pleasure to present the app and the activities made with my student. It will be nice to communicate to them that what we did in class was a present.
Really. Thank you, Ivan. Congratulations again.
Okay, thank you.
Grazie mille, Ivan. Grazie, Filippo, for presenting him. Very interesting what Ivan said. It's a resource that he uses with his students. And this is something that is very important. We had many teachers that saying, you know, I use this resource, but it's not mine. not a problem, not a problem. As what we need is the teacher that uses a resource, not necessarily the author. Obviously, the teacher presenting a resource has to have the authorization from the author. That sometimes it's not just one person, but many. It might be a company, it might be anything. As long as we can, present, we have the right to present, it's okay. And normally we have the right to present whenever we have the right to use the resource. And obviously authors that might not be able to connect and present themselves, they love us presenting their resources. And this is also what EduPlat is about. The idea that if I share a resource and someone else is using it, that person can present it somewhere else so that even more people can use it, more teachers, and obviously many more students can get the benefit, but I get some feedback in return. So what we encourage teachers that are using resources that have been maybe presented in this Congress or have been presented in the social networks, just say thank you and give feedback to that teacher. If it's enjoyable feedback, like to congratulate that teacher and the resource, or to praise the resource, to do that public. Don't send them an email. Tell everyone that that resource is so good. Or say, for example, if you like Ivan's presentation that I didn't manage to attend, but I will, tell everyone, use your social channels to say, I watched this presentation from Ivan Graziani and it really convinced me to use this resource, or it gave me ideas to moderate it. And then if you want to give constructive criticism, then what's the best channel to use? Private. Often we do the opposite. It's very, very interesting to see how people that are well educated, they use social media to criticize organizations, to criticize people, to criticize, no matter what they did. We are humans and we have the right to make mistakes, and we certainly have the possibilities to learn, to improve. And that gets done better if we do these things privately. Just like you will tell a student of yours in private, you made a mistake with this calculation, you made a mistake with this communication, you had a spelling mistake in private. You would do that to anyone, especially if they're doing something as wonderful as sharing a resource in an altruistic way. Okay, so anyway, we had one last person that was nominated, and I think Marius, you're nodding. You are the best person to present this person that was nominated.
Yeah, I'll just pick up the torch to present. I trust that this is also the last nominee, but for us in the Greek channel, we had the opportunity to listen to and having shared with us one really interesting educational resource that was oriented into maths. Difficult subject, a really important subject that develops also the ability to think, solve problems. Math is considered to be one of the core subjects of the educational system and the educational procedures. We are more than happy, glad, and honored to give these last awards to our esteemed colleague Yanis, who made also an amazing effort. Yanis Bischiotis, an amazing effort here in Greece for this conference in this lovely municipal hall that we managed to book for these 2 days, and have so many people here coming, seeing the results, and attend this nice conference. And we are really looking forward to Yanis, myself, and everyone
Thank you very much.
to participate in the coming conferences to come within the implementation of the physical object of this project.
I thought Ioannis was going to say, but he did say thank you. I thought he was going to say a little bit more. Since
Thank
he's
you
there.
very much, my colleague Marius and Paul.
It's okay. You don't have to say anything. Don't worry. Don't worry. I don't want to put pressure on you. Don't worry. It's okay. Anyway, thank you very much, you all. If you want, Alessandro, you might disconnect the sharing the screen. Thank you very much, everyone. People presenting, people that sent the nominations, and I know that many of you made an effort to think about, okay, if I want to nominate just one person, who is that person going to be? And I know that it's a difficult, very difficult choice to make, especially when there are so many great presentations, so many great resources to choose from. Okay, Alessandra, I think you still present, but that's okay, you know. Okay, so it was indeed very difficult.
But I'm having some problems with the trying to.
It was. Yeah, thank you. I also want to thank you, all the coordinators from these different country teams, because it was also difficult for them to receive very quickly, in sometimes in a few minutes, many emails, many contacts with lots of information about the different people that they wanted to know, that they were nominated. Sometimes it was difficult. Somebody saying thanks to Paula in the message. Thank you, Margarita. Indeed, it was difficult for everyone to coordinate and to get the certificates done. And now, what's going to happen? And this is very important. All these coordinators are going to be publishing these certificates on different social media. They're going to use the social media, especially that was used by you speakers. So if when you made the registration, you didn't share all your social media channels, or you have created a new channel, say, for example, you didn't have a Twitter and now you do, send them an email, say, look, when I registered, I just gave you my Facebook channel, but this is my Twitter. Obviously, follow the different EduPlat accounts of the languages that you speak in this social media, because that will be the way opportunity to connect with many more teachers. So say, for example, when all these presentations are published, more people get to know that these teachers have been awarded, but then it's also opportunity to connect. I hope that these teachers, especially they've been tagged in the picture, they're going to say, well, something like thank you, but also very important, that publication will be an excellent start to add more information about him. For example, now that Carlos has published, congratulations to all. If whenever we publish something, we can get more links. We discuss about links to different resources. We discuss about many things during this Congress, but not everything was possible because of the time limitations. So if you want to add links to extra resources, you, the speakers, you're more than welcome to do that. If you had questions for these speakers that you couldn't ask during the Congress, that will be also a great opportunity. And I know that many speakers, they share their email addresses, and you may, obviously they share their email address, you may contact them directly by email, but if the reason you are going to contact this speaker is to either congratulate them or to ask a question, I discourage you from doing that by email. And I love email. But if you do that by email, if you say thank you, or if you say your presentation was wonderful, only him or her is going to read your comments. If you do that in the social media, more people are going to see that, and then more people are going to be encouraged to do the same, to copy. Because at the end of the day, we want to encourage more teachers to share educational resources, and this is extremely important. On the other hand, if you have a question for that teacher and you send an email, yes, you're probably going to get a reply, but then you and only you get the reply, and you and only you get to know that there has been, you know, an idea or a comment that you, or a suggestion. So if what you're doing is nice, you should do it in public for everyone to see. And obviously, not all teachers have all channels. I strongly encourage all the teachers, especially the speakers, to get at least one channel, to follow our channels, and to make sure that have these engaged. Now, someone is asking, Margarita is asking, in which channel should we use? You can use any channel you choose. Now, obviously, if you see one of these certificates and the teacher that was awarded is tagged, then you know that that teacher has an account in that channel, and therefore you can connect with that teacher more easily. This is very, very important. This is why I'm asking again, all the coordinators, please make sure that all the certificates get published in all the channels where the teachers have informed you they have an account, and tag them. That way it's easy. And that way, if you are just wonder where you should do that, then you see where the certificates are, see if they have a connection, and then just do it there. But this is also more about the teachers that were awarded. There are many teachers, and I'm one of them. Nobody nominated me. No problem. I also presented last minute, so I guess I have fewer opportunities to be nominated. No problem. But I am going to be publishing ideas. I'm going to start it. So I'm going to be publishing in my case, I like Twitter, for example, something about the presentation I made for this Congress. And then obviously that is going to be reposted by whatever channel, whatever EduPlat channel I use, by the coordinators who are going to be helping me to reach more teachers. And then it's a good opportunity for anyone who wants to share a nice comment about my resource, to do it there. And obviously, I want to ask people if they want to share like a constructive criticism that might not be so nice. It's constructive, but it's nevertheless criticism, to do it privately. And the good thing is that most of these social media channels, I mean, I think all of them, they also allow you to connect directly, to send a private message. Okay, so I cannot stress it more. If it's constructive criticism, best to use private channels in exactly the same way as you will criticize, or some people say teach, correct a student of yours, at least a little bit away from the main crowds, so they don't see. And also like praise in public, unless the person is too shy. But I guess, you know, teachers that have shared resources, they shouldn't be too shy, and they probably love your praise, and they need it. They need it because otherwise they get burnt out. We all do. Research shows that people, and teachers are certainly people, don't get burnt out from working too much. That is not true. People, especially teachers, get burnt out from not receiving enough positive feedback about the work they have done. And this is what we want to do in EduPlat. This is what I'm asking you to do. Please give everyone as much possible as constructive criticism, as much possible as of positive feedback, and ideally in public, so everyone can see. We can build a much better world if we do it this way. Now, we only have a few minutes left, okay? Okay. I want to give opportunity for anyone in this conference to, if you have a question or you have a comment that you want to make before we just finalize the whole Congress, to do that now, please. So raise your hand, make sure that you have the webcam and the microphone. If you are somewhere that you don't have enough connection or you don't have access to the Zoom and you want to do that in the YouTube channel, you can also type it there, and then that's easy. Now, a question that Evelyn is making, I'm going to read it for you, although we can see you there. How do we watch each other's presentations, Evelyn? Very, very important question. It depends on which channel you use. If you presented any presentation that was done in the main channel or in the English channel, is going to be in the YouTube channel, and you also have access to the YouTube, whichever access you had, okay? If the presentation is in one of the language channels, then you need to go through the website to access the language channel in Skype, and these videos are going to be there for, as I said before, 29 more days, okay? Don't waste till last minute. I have had in the past that I wanted to get videos, and eventually by the time I reached there, it was too late, okay? More questions? Margarita, you have a question or a suggestion?
Yeah, I would like to know how can I participate more active with all of you.
Very, 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 very good comment. I'm going to explain everyone. Now, if you want to participate more actively, that you want to not just share resources with us, but you want to help the sharing, the coordinating, everything, you should contact the same coordinator that contacted you. In your case, for example, Margarita, I know that you've been in touch with Paula, Paula at EduPlat.org. You all have a contact email address. Tell them this. But be, if possible, more specific. We've had many people offering help, and this is great. The only problem is that some people, they have good intentions, but what they can offer might not really help us. What it can really offer is you tell what your skills are, how you think you can help, or if you don't know, then ask the question how I can help, but also more specifically, what time you are available. We have people that say, yes, I want to help, but I only have 1 hour a month. Now, 1 hour a month is, I know, and it's precious time, and we want to thank it. But by the time someone explains you things that can be done or not, by the time you connect with others and everything, it's not really enough. Ideally, we would need at the very least 1 hour a week. If you can spare 1 hour a day, oh wow, we're gonna really be able to use the help. And remember, at the end of the day, the whole project is an NGO, it's a non-profit project that doesn't depend on any government. We are very thankful for the governments, the institutions that give us some little funding. Right now, I really want to thank the European government, the whole of Europe, because we are having this Congress and we are connected with so many people thanks to the funding from the Erasmus+. And this is very, very important. But we don't want to depend only on the funding from one organization, even though it's a very, very big and very, very well-known organization that has a lot of funding. We're certainly going to apply for more funding in the future, and this is something that we're going to be discussing in the next congresses. But we also need the help from people that want to help in a way that is altruistic, but we also want people to help if they have an institution that can connect with EduPlat, whether they want to connect in an altruistic way because they're also a charity and they want to be also partners or associate partners. They are, for example, in school that if you are a teacher and you are in a school that you think that you have chances of the school becoming a collaborator, please talk to whoever in the school needs to make the final decision, tell them about the possibilities and ask them to register as a school. In the website, we have a page specifically for collaborators, and that's that they can just put the details, the contact person and everything. And obviously it's a different treatment as one person, because we understand the school has a contact person, but has also more possibilities regarding the number of teachers, regarding of the resources, but can also get more benefits, because at the end of the day, they can get direct access to our help. And we want to help schools, we want to help teachers, we want to help students, okay? And just to finish answering your question, Margarita, very, very important, if you have a contact with an organization that works with in the educational world, for example, providing educational resources, whether they do for free or whether they do it for profit, they can also benefit from EduPlat, and we can benefit from them in a win-win exchange. We are looking for sponsors, and we don't have many sponsors. We are just lucky enough to have had a few, very, very few sponsors, and some of them have managed to give us some prices, and I want to share the prices right now before I forget. I'm just going to be presenting now again. We have two sponsors that have shared like a price for everyone. So as well as the awards, we want to help, and we want to give a little prize for teachers with these. Okay, so now I think you can now see the screen. Okay, the first gift and reward is from EduPlat-E1-GR-EduPlat's. Is a company that is mainly organizing teacher training. Okay, and they are specifically good in coaching, educational coaching. So what do you have to do if you want to claim this gift or this reward? All they have to do is contact them. This is the website, educationalpass.com. Go there and say, hey, I saw your gift and award in the EduPlat Congress in Athens, but how can I get it? And you can go ahead and say and go and be proactive and give them more information, whether you presented a resource, whether you didn't manage but you have resources to present, whether you, like Margarita, is willing to help EduPlat more. We want to thank the sponsors. They're very generous, but at the same time, it's very, very important that they understand that they gain this contact because of your help, your collaboration with other teachers, and they do that. So there are these two gifts. You have 3 coaching sessions for an individual or a team. It can be a team of students, it can be a family team, and there's also a 30% off training courses for teachers anywhere in the planet, because it's possible to do them as well online. Okay, and the second little gift that we had from one of the sponsors is this one. Wherever you live, you may want to go to the Pyrenees. It's a range of mountains, in case you don't know, between Spain and France, and Andorra as well, if there is someone from Andorra here. And you get to know, you get to have 1 week of vacation in the apartment in altruistic rental in the Pyrenees. This is an apartment that is being rented, and the profit goes to different projects, including EduPlat. So part of the finances, especially the beginning that we had, EduPlat, comes from this apartment. Again, the website is villanua.org. Villanua is the name of the town where this apartment is. And all they have to do is make a reservation there, or connect and say, I had this prize and this is what I did. These sponsors are going to be the ones selecting who are they actually going to be giving the prize, and they will be replying. So if you want a gift, please don't contact us, contact them in either this website or the other one. And I'm going to disconnect the sharing. Okay, no, oopsie. Yeah, because I have so many screens here. Yeah, and that way you can see your faces better. Okay, now more comments or questions in the very last few minutes that we have before we finish this Congress. Comments, questions? Ioannis, it looks like you want to talk. Yeah.
Yeah. So from the Greek side, we would like to say a massive thank you, first of all, to the people, all these people that honored us online and with their physical presence in these days. We made our absolutely best in order to facilitate and have spacious place in order to be in position for all these amazing teachers to present their educational resources, network, connect, and try to share in these project experiences, tools that we're using in order to elevate our knowledge and the educational tools that we are using. So very, very big thank you to the online participants, the physical participants, to our partners, and internally to the ELD team for making this conference happen. Thank you so much to everyone from Athens, Greece.
Evgaristo, Marius, thank you. Anyone else that wants to share a last-minute comment? Okay, well, it's time to say farewell. It's time to say goodbye. But certainly, a thank you is important. Goodbye is also important. Remember, we are not saying goodbye forever. We're saying see you next time. And the next time, it could very well be the next Congress in Italy. All the information that we have available is on the website. In a few days, the website will be updated. This Congress and all the information will go down to the bottom of all the pages where all the congresses were listed. And at the top, you will have the next Congress that, as I said, is the one in Italy. You will have more information as soon as it comes. So if you don't see the website, it's maybe because we haven't yet published it. Very important, if you are watching this, is because you registered, you don't need to register again. And if when you register, you didn't think about your participation in Italy, you don't need to change your registration. All that you need to do is, if you feel that you can participate in Italy in a specific way, send an email to your coordinator and say how. Remember, for Italy, we're not going to be sharing educational resources as such. We're going to be sharing templates to help teachers that are sharing educational resources. And we're going to be talking about some of these platforms that were mentioned in this Congress as well, a few times, sometimes with examples, but we're going to be talking specifically about how these many platforms can help us teachers that are sharing resources and do it in a way that is more convenient, that is less time, more effective, reaching more people, and being able to reproduce by others. Okay? If you have any ideas on that respect, please send them to your coordinator, because eventually we will gather all of that, and some of you will be presenting. Some of you might be presenting in Italy. And remember, if you don't have the resources, the money, the financial money to go to Italy, and you're not in Italy, but you are in either Portugal, Greece, or Spain, you might be one of the 2 lucky people that get to get the grant to go there. Lucky people that work very hard, and this hard work has to be praised and thanked, and it's because of the work that they are there. So I want to really, really thank the 6 participants that traveled to Athens, and they managed to benefit from this grant, but at the same time managed to collaborate better and connect with each other in a way that we all know at the end of the day that is slightly better than online, which is touching in physical presence. So I'm talking about Sofia, Daniela, I'm talking about Simona, Cristina, Sandra, and Eduardo. Them were the travelers in this Congress. Well done. I want to thank any other traveler that managed to get there, because I know that Greece is also quite far away. It has many islands, and some people might have traveled from very far away, and they might even have to pay that with their own money. again, thank you very much. Hopefully you will have received enough gratification from that. And last but not least, remember, publish the good things in the social media, but do send us via email anything that you want to talk about, ways to improve for the next Congress. Constructive criticism is more than welcome via email. You can do that in whatever language through any of these channels. If you want, you can do that either giving one thing that you feel that went very well, something that you are not sure whether it went well or not, and something that you feel that is might be changed. This is like the traffic lights, green, yellow, or red. So give us many reds, give us many greens, give us many yellows. But remember, the yellows and the reds are more welcome if you do that in private. The greens should be done in public. Okay? Thank you. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
It's been great.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
And I'm going to be
Bye-bye.
disconnecting